Hello and welcome back to Garden on the Moors. So we're now in spring 2025 and behind me is the quail aviary, and some of our little chickens from further up the gardens come down to pay a visit. But in this video I'm going to do a bit of a renovation of the aviary. You can probably see in the background there that there's some algae on the back of the walls and just some general kind of wear and tear from the winter. The shrub's not looking too good either, so we might need to do something about that and just maybe get some new grasses and things like that to go into the front of the aviary. So to do this, we'll have to move the quails out, and I'll just do it all in one go. So this generally just happens over the winter. So we've had quite a dark, damp winter, so we're going to give it a bit of TLC now. So let's make a start. I'm just going to pick up all the quails and put them inside, just because I'm going to be doing quite a bit of moving about in here, so it will save them the stress of me being about. And then I'll put them in. We've got a nice inside little brooder that we've used in the past, so I'll just use that again. And they can be quite fast, and that will then mean I can do everything all at once. And that'll be done and dusted for the rest of the year then for them. So here they are all inside for the time being. It's just got a little bit of water and all sorts I'll put in there to keep them occupied, and then hopefully it won't be too long before they're back out in their home again. So we've got 8 quail hens. So now that spring is here, they've all started laying. So there's quite a few each day to be picking up egg-wise. Just pick up all of these. And we can make a start at clearing all of this out, really. You can see that the ground's compacted and there's quite a lot of dried up quail poop, which happens over time, especially when you have the number we have, and just grime on the walls there. So we'll just sort all of this out and get it all tidied up. I'll buy some more bark chippings to put on the floor so it's all fresh for them. And then this here isn't doing so well, so we might do something with that, maybe more as an ornament now that it doesn't look like it's alive that much. There's some leaves there, but yeah, we'll clip back the dead stuff and see what we can do. So what we do is just collect up the eggs inside and either use them ourselves in the morning for a little fried egg sandwich. I tend to find 3 of these eggs add up to a chicken egg, and then we've got friends and family that also like these, because we can't get through all of these ourselves with 8 hens. So some of our friends even put them in Scotch eggs and have them as like mini cocktail ones with a whole quail egg in the middle. So I've just got back from the garden centre, got a few things ready for the quail, so we'll unload them now and get them in the aviary. So I've got a big load of small landscape bark for them and some little bits of grasses, and over here a big fern that we can put in the more damper side of the aviary. So let's bring them all in, and just a little bit of decoration there as well. So the grasses I've picked are okay for all soil types, all locations, and hardy down to -5 degrees Celsius. So that's what we're looking for here, because they're going to have a hard time with the quails as it is, but with the extra nitrogen and all sorts in the ground, over the time they don't tend to last all year, but at least it's a nice natural environment for the quails. I got a slightly bigger cordyline Torbay dazzler, which is also okay, I'm presuming, for this location. I got this bit of wood to go along this edge bit here, because the slates don't tend to stay up properly, so it might be good to replace them with that now and see how that goes. So I've just now scrubbed the wall, so hopefully that will dry up all right. It's a bit better than what it was before. So next job is to shovel up, hello Alex, shovel up some of the waste over here and then get some of the bark over the top of it. It'll look much better then. As I'm removing the top layer of compounded ground, little worms come up. So that's a good sign of good soil, I suppose, if these little guys are about. So I've now cleared the top layer off, and I'll probably be using some of what I've dug up to help pot some of these into the ground. So I'm going to start with the fern first. I'll pick this side of the aviary because it tends to be a little bit more damper because we've got the tap there as well. So I'll just put this one in. So the fern's in, and then this big one's also in so far. So we've got one left to do, but this is going to add ideal shelter for them, and they like to hang around these to lay their eggs and all sorts. So I guess it makes them feel comfortable and out of harm's way. And that's the last one planted. So we've got a nice little line of shrubs around the front of the aviary now, adding more shelter and nice things to look at as well for when we're sitting over there. So there we are, all the new additions in. We've wiped down the walls and put some more wood chippings in, so it makes it look a bit better than what it was, ready for the summer now. So we're going to bring the quails in next, and the one downside to doing it now when they're laying is that they may stop laying for a little bit, and that's because the environment's changed. It's done that in previous years as well. So if you're planning on doing this, I would do it before they start laying in the spring, so then you can maximise your eggs. But I've left it a bit late, so I'm just going to have to take the loss for a little bit. So I'd say it's about 2 to 3 weeks before they'll start laying again, if they do stop. And one last thing is to trim back the almost dead tree, I think. One final little addition to the aviary is a little pot of sand or gravel, and that is for them to have a little dust bath. So you'll see in a minute that when I put them in here, this will be one of the first places that they'll come to, and they'll start cleaning themselves with it and ruffling it all up in their feathers, having a good time. So that's the spring clean complete. All ready for the quails to come back in now, so I'll just go and collect them all, get them in there, and they can settle down now, ready for the evening. So they're all out, back in their home, probably thinking, what's happened here? We've got one already in the dust bath within a minute. I wonder if they're gonna fluff up their feathers. I'll leave them to it now so they can enjoy themselves and settle back in. So there we are, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a big like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!